Yes, hello, hello, welcome. Thank you for being with me at this moment. I'm looking forward to sharing this very special technique that I have created, which is called the first aid of the MIR method. It's one of the techniques that is in the additional techniques course, which is on the English website. And I think it's very, very important that it is free for all to use it, to learn it, because it's very, very helpful when you are in a situation where your body is aching, when something has happened all of a sudden. It's very useful to have in your own hands. I'm going to show it to you, I'm going to teach it so that you will start to use it and start to feel confident about it, and you can trust it whenever, whatever happens. So thank you for being here and wanting to learn it. If you're new here, welcome. This time I'm not talking about a theme, but I'm talking about a technique that I really would like you to learn. And after that, we're going to do the 9 steps of the MIR method, so that you can have a wonderful healing as well. If you have been here before, I call you a mirror, and thank you for coming back to me. I hope you will like this first aid technique. I hope it will do you much good. And thank you for being with me again. If you are a MIR method coach, very warm welcome too. Thank you for working with people and finding out through muscle testing what is the real root cause of their problems and helping them to get rid of these root causes more quickly. So that's wonderful, wonderful work. Actually, MIR method coaches are like the Sherlock Holmes of the self-healing methods. The first aid technique. When do you use it? When you have sprained your ankle, for example, or when you have cut a finger, or when you have burned yourself. I usually burn myself on my wrist when I'm baking pancakes because I bake the pancake in a pan, and behind the pan I put a dish, and when the pancake is ready I put the pancake on the dish, but then I accidentally touched the pan, the hot pan, with my wrist. So I used to have some burns here on the wrist quite often, until I learned to put the dish on another position on the kitchen sink, on the kitchen, the counter. Well, it took a while for me to learn that, but when I burned myself, I could use the first aid immediately, and then my skin would not swell up, there would be no blister underneath, and the next day it would be gone, and my skin would be on my wrist still, which is wonderful. When you bump your head, for example, you can use the first aid. When you have a headache, when you have a tickle cough, when you have menstruation cramps, when you are overwhelmed with emotions, for example, you can't stop crying, or you are totally angry, or you are so fearful, that's also when you can use the first aid. These are just examples, and I hope you will want to learn the first aid and then just apply it to every situation that you can think of. Now, how does it work? It has 3 aspects. It's a little bit different from the normal MIR method I should say. And the first one is you have to touch the afflicted area. For example, me with my wrist, I had a burn here. You touch that burn, if you can, if it's not too hurtful. You touch it, and then that way, when you touch it this way, your subconscious knows, oh, the healing has to go to this spot on the body. Then you have to caress. Normally you caress very slowly with the MIR method, but when you do the first aid, you have to caress really quickly. So it goes like this. Really, really, I'm gonna show you on a big screen. You have to strike to caress your hand really quickly. It goes like this. It's totally nervous. Why is that? Why do you have to caress it so quickly? It's because when there is a burn, or an insect bite, or when you have a cut in your finger, your body, your subconscious, is working very, very fast, very hard to heal this. So when there's a burn, your body instantly starts to work on the healing process. When there's a cut, your body is in panic because it needs to close the skin. Otherwise, other bacteria or filth can come in. So your body's working really, really hard. When you then go strike or caress yourself really slowly, the whole system, your body, your subconscious cannot hear you. They're not, it just doesn't come through. So what you then have to do is caress really quickly, like this, which is good because when there's something intense going on, you will want to caress really quickly because you are in a state of panic as well. For example, if you have a bee sting and if you're allergic to bees, you have to go to a hospital as soon as possible, or you have to do this injection, antihistamine injection. Don't know what it's called in English, but when you don't have an injection like that with you, you can start doing the first aid immediately, and then meanwhile you can go to hospital. But you can save yourself or somebody else by doing the first aid immediately. So that's a very panicky, very fearful situation. And then the MIR method, by caressing really quickly, you can help yourself. But that's not all. There's something else you need to do, and that is, where's my presentation? The third one is what you need to do is say MIR method all the time. You can only do this when you have done the MIR method for at least 4 weeks. Because when you say MIR method as an assignment to the subconscious, then when you say MIR method, the subconscious will understand, that's about those 9 steps. Okay, I understand. So what it looks like is you caress really quickly and you say very quickly MIR method all the time. MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. MIR method, and keep doing that for at least a minute. MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. That way you fire all 9 steps all the time, one after another, to the subconscious. And that way the subconscious understands how it needs to heal. So for example, when you have injured yourself, but when there is a crowd of people around you, for example, it's at a party, and you feel so ashamed that you have hurt yourself, which is totally not necessary, but that's what people do. Then, because you do the 9 steps, you can let go of all the shame you feel. And that helps the healing process. If you have hurt somebody else and you feel really, really guilty, you can also help get rid of that guilt out of your system by doing the MIR method. You can also help the other person by doing the first aid on the other person. You can do that, and you just ask for a little permission at the moment. Can I help you with my 2 hands? If they say yes, you can do the first aid. So these are the 3 aspects. You need to touch the area which is hurt. You need to caress really quickly, and you have to say MIR method all the time. Now, what if the afflicted area is not touchable, or no, when it's a bit tricky, or for example, you've hurt yourself here and you touch it, you cannot caress yourself then anymore. What you then can do is you caress yourself on the cheek. That's what you can do, but you can also use piano fingers. That's what you do. You just move the fingers up and down, and they are caressing each other. So that's when the skin is being caressed, and all these nerve endings in the hands give signals to the brain to calm down or to pay attention to all the commands that you are giving. So then you go, you touch the area that's been hurt, you use piano fingers, and you say, meanwhile, MIR method, 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 MIR method. And that way you heal this area that's been hurt. When you sprain your ankle, put your hand on the ankle and then start caressing your hand while you say MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. And there are some other things I need to tell about this, but this is how it works. If you don't like to say the word MIR method out loud, you can say it in your head. That's fine. So you just go, hold yourself on the spot that's been hurt, use piano fingers or stroke your cheek, and you go inside your head, MIR method, like this. If this really looks silly to you, just put your hand down under the table, for example. Just do the piano fingers in your head. You say MIR method, and you're just sitting like this, doing the first aid. So you don't need to do this publicly. Then what I would like to tell you is there are some warnings. I already told you can do this only after you have done the MIR method for at least 4 weeks, so that when you say MIR method, your subconscious immediately knows that it is about all these 9 steps, that it needs to perform or execute all these 9 steps. The second one is you cannot do this with chronic issues. For example, if you have chronic shoulder pain, you cannot use the first aid. Because when you do that, you will unleash all the prior causes of the shoulder pain, which will cause a chaos in the healing. So do not use first aid on chronic issues. Just do slowly the 9 steps twice a day. So be kind to yourself, okay? If, however, your shoulder all of a sudden gives these shoots of pain, which are not normal, then you can do the first aid. So that's a different kind of pain. So the chronic pain you cannot do with the first aid, but if you all of a sudden have shoots of pain in your shoulder, then you can do the first aid for a while until the shoots have stopped. And then you have to stop with the first aid as well. The third one is repeat the first aid until it subsides, until the pain is going down. So if you have, for example, I'm gonna tell you something funny. I was lighting fireworks, but I did not use a safe thing. I used like a lighter that's used for cigarettes. And I used it to light a firework, which gave a huge flame, and it burned the side of my thumb, which was a 2nd-degree burn with a blister. And it hurt very bad. What I did, I was very ashamed because I was not a very good role model to the children who were present. I put my thumb in my hand, so I touched the area that was hurt. I put it to the side of my leg, so it was not showing. The other fingers, I did the piano fingers to the side of my leg as well. I kept moving them all the time, and then I said in my head, quietly, I said, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. So nobody was noticing that I was healing myself. I was in excruciating pain because it was very painful, my thumb. I used it for, I think, about a minute. Then I felt all the pain disappearing. So I waited for a while, did nothing. Then in about 1 or 2 minutes, it came back up again. So I put my thumb again in my hand, started doing the piano fingers again, and in my head I said MIR method, MIR method, MIR method all the time until the pain went away, and I stopped again. I think I repeated this for about 5 times. The next morning, the skin on my thumb was not red anymore. There was no blister underneath, and the skin was totally back onto my thumb. So it was totally fine again. That was wonderful, and I have many testimonials of people in the Netherlands who have the same experience. So with burns, it works excellently. Okay, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, so you repeat it until it subsides. Sometimes it takes an hour. Just do it, just help yourself. The fourth one is the first aid with emotions. For example, you are overwhelmed and crying when you're, for example, at a funeral. You may be crying other people's tears as well, which is overwhelming. What you can do then is the first aid. You don't need to put your hand anywhere, just go caress yourself and go MIR method in your head. MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. If you want to do this invisibly, you can do the piano fingers to the side of your leg while you think MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. And you will feel that the overwhelming, the enormous feeling of wanting to cry is going down, so you can control your emotions at that moment. The sadness will not go away, so it will not be a total going away of all the emotions, but it will be you will be able to handle them better. Same goes for aggression. If you're really, really angry, you want just to throw this chair through the window, you're so angry, that's when you can use the first aid. Just do like this, or like with piano fingers, and go MIR method, and you can feel the jaws are clenched when you're really, really angry. Just show it big time. So you could go like MIR method when you're really annoyed with something or angry, or you can use this MIR method very quickly. MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, saying it while your jaws are clenched with anger. MIR method, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. That way your aggression will go down and you will be able to handle yourself again. This is also very useful when you're really annoyed with children who just keep on bugging you, or being restless, or just not wanting to do what you want to do. To calm yourself down, you can use the first aid. And then the last one, when you're really fearful, excuse me, when you're really fearful, you can go like this. For example, you have stage fright. Before you have to go on stage, you can use the first aid. Just go like this, piano fingers, and say in your head, MIR method, MIR method, MIR method. Please start doing that long before you have to go on stage, so that you can calm yourself down. And you will find also that next time that you have to perform, it will be less. The fear will be less. So you can fundamentally help yourself with this as well. Okay. Yeah. Now, why did I want to show you this? That's because there's something very big coming worldwide. Many people are wanting to change, wanting to have total fundamental changes in the way humanity is being treated. And it will come, and it will, the truth will come out, but it will be astonishing for many people. Many people will be upset, many people will be angry. In that case, at that moment, it's very, very useful when everybody who knows the MIR method will start doing the first aid. Because when we do that as a network or a group, everybody who is doing that is radiating this calm down of emotions, for example, for all the people around them, which is awesome. So it's very helpful. So that's why I really would like you to start using it, get acquainted with it, get confident with it, and teach it to others if you have people around you who can use it as well. So please do. I have this enormous tickly throat at the moment, and I'm not sure why it's there. It has to do with the throat chakra. I think I'm expressing something which is important, but I don't know exactly why this is going on. Let me just take a sip, sorry. So something in my throat is opening up, which is good. Okay, let's do them 9 steps, slowly, just for the healing for ourselves. Please caress yourself and understand that you are valuable as well. Everybody's valuable, but you really contribute to this world of peace that is coming towards us. So we're going to do the 9 steps. Here we go. Step 1, optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detach father. Detach, Father. Detach, Father. Detach, Mother. Detach, Mother. Detach, Mother. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. All right. It's working very, very far away. So it's as if people from all around the world are watching here. Excuse me. So it's, I know this webinar is being, when people are looking back at it, so not at this moment, but later on, other people are watching as well. And they are from all places on Earth. So this is, we're sort of building a network around this first aid tonight, which is wonderful. So thank you for wanting to learn it, and I hope you will use it and teach it to others. If you have felt something, let me know. On the website, there's the additional techniques course. Yeah, the first aid is in there, but also the technique for dealing with viruses and bacteria. You don't need to be sick. You just need to know how you treat it, and you have to repeat that treatment every hour. Very, very important. And also there's a technique for side effects of medication, also injections, so also food supplements. Please learn it and use it and share it with others. And there's also a deep understanding of the MIR Method course. If you are a therapist, you can use that one to understand how the MIR Method is developed, what it really means every step. And you can use it for the benefit of your clients. If you would like, please leave a comment on the website, mirmethod.com/webinar-first-aid. I really wonder what you felt of it. Did you notice anything? And if you have success stories with it, please let me know, because that's also very inspiring for everybody who is reading it, and they might try to want to use it as well. So thank you for writing it. I hope it will do you much good. I wish you a very good night, and I hope to see you again within 2 weeks' time. Drink some extra water, please, so that your cells can cleanse themselves. And I hope your health will improve within the next 2 weeks. Lots of fun. I wish you lots of fun with the first aid, and I hope to see you again within 2 weeks' time. Until then, bye-bye. Have a good time.